Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. The other day I performed in a choral concert as a part of a summer program for my college, and doing my makeup got me thinking that since I'm a musician, a performing musician, and I perform in a variety of different kinds of ensembles, that it might be fun to start a series on my channel where I show you how I do my makeup for each type of performance. For the first video in this series, I wanted to do a choral performance makeup look. So what I tend to go for during a choral performance is full coverage skin, red lips. Everything else is just to balance out the red lips, so I tend to go with a more neutral eye look, maybe even a little bit of a wing. I want the lips to stand out because you're singing. So if you want to see how I do my makeup for choral performances, just keep on watching. So I've already filmed this video once, and that was actually prior to my performance. I decided to do my face first because I thought that the winged eyeliner would look a lot cleaner on top of already concealed skin. But then if I made a slight mistake or I was trying to adjust the wing or clean it up at all, then it meant that my whole eye makeup look kind of got smeared with the eyeliner and it just turned into a little bit of a mess. So I'm going to do my eyes first, which is what I almost always do. So I'm going to start by priming my eyes, and this is my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. You saw this in my more editorial Jawbreaker video where I really wanted to conceal any of the redness and veins on my eyelids. So I'm going to take my BeautyBlender from Tatti Lashes and I'm going to put this all over my eyes. Next, I'm going to go in with my Jeffree Star Cosmetics Beauty Killer palette, and I'm taking a Morphe M433 brush, and I'm going into this shade called Courtney, and I'm just going to define the crease just a little bit, but I don't need any more than that because the wing is going to be the central part of this eye look. It's a little more warm toned than I wanted. I'm going to go in with a more cool tone shade from my Morphe 35, I think 35B, but I'm not sure, palette. I know it's discontinued. I keep using it, but any brown, cooler toned palette will do. I'm going to take this color right here and just kind of keep buffing in that crease because this is a little more orange. Now that that's a little bit less orange, I'm going to do my eyeliner. Now that this is a little less orange than before, I'm going to do my eyeliner. I'm taking my L'Oreal Infallible the SuperSlim eyeliner, and I'm going to line my eyes and then do my wings. And now for the wings. So I just cleaned up the edges with a Solimo Amazon brand makeup wipe, and now I'm going to go back over the top of it with a black powder eyeshadow just to make sure that it stays and to amp up the intensity and the crispness of the line. In the previous footage that I filmed, I made the mistake of going in with a really old frayed brush and then the black eyeshadow got everywhere. So this time I'm using a more clean, newer brush, and this is the Maybelline New York eyeliner brush, I guess. I'm sure this came in some sort of kit. I'm gonna go back in with my Beauty Killer palette and go into Black Rainbow. It's a little bit sparkly, which will add a little bit of fun to the wing, but it has a matte black base, so it will intensify the look of the wing. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but that just cleaned up the line a little bit and made the black even more intense. And that's it for the eyes for now. The next step is to prime, and I've been having some trouble with my skin and applying foundation lately. I don't know why, but every single foundation that I've been using has been clinging to dry patches, and it looks fine on camera, but in real life it just doesn't look perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try a new technique, and I'm thinking to do a separate video about mixing foundations with oil. I bought some ColourPop face milks, so I'm thinking to mix some foundations with that as well, so stay tuned. But today I'm going to try and mix a drop of oil into my foundation, and I'm also going to prime with a little bit of regular primer and add a little drop of oil just to see if that added like oomph of moisture is going to help my foundation to lay nicer on my skin. So for primer today, I'm going to go in with my No Poreblem Prime Essence. This is from Touch and Soul, and I got this, let's say it together, in a boxy charm, because that's where I get all of my stuff. And I'm going to mix in a drop of this Luxie Supple Skin Oil. It smells like almonds. And we'll see how this goes. Next, just to add a little bit of radiance to my skin, I'm going to go in with this Becca Backlight Priming Filter. It's just supposed to add a little bit of shine, and this is a mini. I'm just going to put this all over the high points of my face. Okay, and today I'm going to use my BeautyBlender Bounce Foundation, and this is in the shade 1.2. And I'm going to use the little applicator and the bottle as my little mixing plate because my mixing plate is a little bit dirty because I haven't washed it since I tried filming this video yesterday. So I'm going to pump the foundation out onto here and then mix the oil in onto here as well. That really did help my foundation apply well, and I can't tell if you can see it on camera, but didn't pick up any dry patches. It just looks really nice and still has some of that radiance, and it blended really well, and it covered a little bit of my redness. Of course, when you blend with your fingers or when you mix something into your foundation, it shears it out just a little bit, but I don't mind seeing some skin poke through as long as my face kind of looks like a uniform canvas. Overall, I think I'm going to continue to use this technique. I really like it. It's a game changer. Next, I'm going to conceal, and I'm going to use just a little bit under my eyes. So I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr Concealer in the shade 110. Now that I am concealed and I have blended everything with my fingers, which it looks really nice and seamless, my under eyes are a little bit brighter than I expected on camera, but I think once I blend everything out, it'll be okay. And I'm just going to set my under eyes with some powder, and I'm going to be using my Luxie 516 Duo Fibre powder brush and some Coty Airspun powder just for my under eyes because I'm going to use some cream contour. So you don't want to set your whole face before using cream products. I'm just going to set lightly just so that there are no creases. And before that happens, I'm going to pat out any creases. Guess I'm gonna set my nose area just a little bit too. Next, I'm gonna go in with some cream contour, and this is the NYX Wonder Stick Highlight and Contour Stick, and this is the shade Light Medium. And I'm just gonna take this contour end and lightly outline where I want to contour. I'm just gonna go dampen a Beauty Blender. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a wet Shop Miss A Wonder Blender and blend out this cream contour. Next, I'm taking my Butter Bronzer, and I'm just gonna go over the contour and make it a little bit more intense and a little bit more warm because it's kind of light as it is now. And this is my Morphe R2 brush. Next, I'm going to dip into this Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo, and this is in the shade Mojave Mauve. It has a more matte shade and then a blush topper shade, so I'm just going to use that on the top of my cheeks because I think under really bright stage lights, an intense highlight could just be too much. So I like to use blush toppers in a choral setting because I want to keep my individual style, but I don't want to stand out too much and distract from the fact that it is a group making music together. And to apply the blush topper, I'm going to go in with my ColourPop fan brush. That blush topper was a little too rosy and not shiny enough for what I wanted, so I'm going to go in with a more rosy toned highlighter, which is what I said I wouldn't do, but makeup is fun and I always go a little over the top, so why not? This is the Laura Geller New York Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Peach Glow, so I'm still sticking with the rosier tones, and I'm going to lightly pat it on the high points with my fan brush. I'm also going to put this right on the high points of my eyelid. I'm not at lipstick yet, but I removed some of the foundation that got on my lips, and I'm going to put on some balm just to prep everything. This is Makeup Cherry Balm. Now it's eyebrow time. I'm going to take my IT Cosmetics Brow Power Pencil, and this is in the shade Universal Taupe, so I'm guessing there's only one shade. I think I said that in a previous video. Anyway, I'm going to take the end of the little spoolie, brush up my brows, and then fill in any bald spots up in the front. And just to make sure that everything stays in place, I'm going to go in with my Benefit Gimme Brow, and this is in the shade 4. And I'm just going to brush up my brows. Before I go on to lips, I'm going to set everything in place with my MAC Fix Plus. And this is in the Cherry Blossom scent. And now it's time for the elusive lips. I have a red lip liner from Avon today, and this is the Avon True Color Glimmer Sticks lip liner in True Red, and it's called a glimmer stick, but it doesn't have any glimmer in it, so I'm a little confused by the name, but we'll see how this goes. I'm just gonna line my lips and maybe fill in just a little bit. Next, I'm gonna go in with this Smashbox red lipstick. It's a mini. I believe I got this in an Ipsy bag, but I no longer subscribe because I wanted full-size products, so that's why I switched to BoxyCharm. But now that they're doing a full-size subscription service, I might have to check it out again. We'll see. But anyway, this is the Smashbox Legendary lipstick in the shade Legendary. To add a little bit of dimension, I hope this isn't a mistake because the lips look good, I'm going to take a darker shade of liquid lipstick, and this is the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Star-Crossed. I'm just going to add it to the corners just to kind of contour the edge of my lips, if that's a thing. Next, I'm taking a little bit of concealer to clean up the edges. I like what the two colors of lipstick did, but I did make a little bit of a mess. So I'm going to clean up with some concealer, and this is the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer in the shade 01. And this is the Flawless All Over Shadow and Liner brush from IT Cosmetics. This is in their Heavenly Luxe range. I know I keep using them, and I know that they are discontinued, but you can buy similar brushes. They're just not in this cool clear color anymore. And now we're on to the last step, and that is mascara. And because I want a very full lash to go with this intense lip, I'm going to take the L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly Mascara. I really love this for a fake eyelashes look, even when you're not wearing lashes. Before I do my lower lash line, I'm going to pat out my concealer. My under eyes always crease, so I'm just going to pat it out a little bit more just to make sure that there are no creases before I finish up my look. And it doesn't matter what powder, what concealer I use, what technique, I just have creasy under eyes. I'm going to take this cream gel liner from ColourPop. This is the shade Overboard. I'm going to line my waterline and then put a little bit under my lash line just to smoke it out and make it kind of match with the upper lash line. To just smoke this out a little bit more, I'm going to take my Morphe M433 brush and blend. For a pop of color on the inner corner of my eyes, I'm going to take this Kiko Milano Color Sphere in the shade 03, and I'm going to use my Morphe E36 brush and just put it right in the corners. And now for the last step of my makeup before I set, I'm going to put mascara on my lower lashes, same mascara as before. I'm taking a lash separator brush. This one's from Sonia Kashuk, but I don't think they make this anymore, but anyone will work. And I'm just going to remove any little tiny clumps that I got at the ends of my lashes. For the last step, I'm going to set my face, and I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, because in a real performance, I would want this to stay put and not budge. And this is the finished look. So This look turned out really nicely. I love my skin. I have never seen my skin come together so smoothly, and my foundation and concealer have never looked more seamless. I'm very impressed. I will continue to use this method, and I will make a video dedicated to mixing foundations, especially the more that I continue to use this technique. The lips turned out really nice. The wings are great, and I did a version of this look for my performance recently, and it just looked really great on stage. I don't think I have any photos of me in the choir singing, but my mom told me that I looked really put together and poised, and you know, all it did was accentuate my natural beauty, and that's what I want to do with this look. So anyway, if you like this video, if you like this series, leave me a comment down below telling me what you want to see, like the video, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. I will be uploading, or trying to upload, at least once a week on Fridays at noon. That's my new upload time. I'm going to be traveling, so some of it may be pre-filmed and pre-edited. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!